Hey there, welcome to the next lesson, everybody. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at styles that we're going to use to create those sketches, okay? Inspired by the images I searched for in the beginning. To do this, I've opened a file in A4 in a horizontal format, and I'm using the preset pen in a pencil style that the program is going to give us. As I was saying, I've taken a series of common characteristics that these animals have, and I'm going to be trying to exaggerate these features so that I can make some sort of caricature in some kind of way. Then we're going to apply them to our main character. Seeing as I'm still not super sure, what I'm going to be doing is, just go along drawing until I get that style that we might want to adapt or that we think is more doable when we're making stickers. For example, in the features that we're going to get out of the Junicorn, we're going to see the horn, duh. The eyes are going to be big. And we're going to see as well, that horse mane thing in magical colors. Like, think of a rainbow. So we're going to try, as I was saying before, to make a kind of sketch in a caricature as a concept. As you've seen, it's the first one with big eyes, big head, and also we're going to be able to use as a reference maybe some cartoons that I've used those filters to the Junicorn concept, like My Little Pony or something like this, where they make pretty weird horse drawings. Because if we're honest, they've been changing their style for ages. They had a much more traditional style, and then they've changed the style with much more striking colors and like neon kind of colors. And yeah, before they were more like pastel colors. For the color palette, I'll talk about that later on. For now, let's continue sketching. In this case, I decided to draw a square-shaped head and a posture that's showing the horse's profile. So it's just a question of playing along with the formats and the deformations, like with the body or with the legs or the head. You guys can decide what you want to draw. In the case that maybe you're not drawing a Junicorn, maybe to change the sticker style you want to draw, you can always take photo references. For example, with Junicorns, the best references we're going to be able to find is to look for a horse. Then we just have to add in the horn with a bit of glue. And then from the horse, we're going to put those parts into a more cartoon style. So we're going to maybe minimize the ears, amplify the snoot, etc. As you can see the drawing I'm doing right now, we're making quite a small body and legs in comparison to the head, really. It's a bit ridiculous because the horse would fall forward. We're just going to go along changing the proportions that the animal might have. In the animal's anatomy, yeah. In this case here, what we're making is a frontal perspective. We're going to be using the icons we might be able to see on our phone as an inspiration. So we're going to simplify that idea of what a Junicorn is. It's as simple as coming from a circle and a series of shapes, and we're going to have the animal. In this way, we're going to have a third example of a style that we could get. I like the idea of frontal perspective. It would work quite well for expressions, as lateral expressions can be quite confusing sometimes. I'm going to put it to one side with the others to not forget this idea, but I'm going to be working pretty much from this one. We can also play with the snoot. We can make it round or square. This is something that's more up to you. As I was saying before, where I was cut off halfway, if you're not drawing a Junicorn in this case and you're drawing a character that's maybe more humanoid and has nothing to do with this animal, maybe, you can try looking at the animal from different points of view, using ones that are more established, maybe something a bit more geometrical, minimalistic, or maybe more detailed. Whatever you want. This is your sticker. Do what you want to do, man. It's up to you. The good thing about stickers is that with a little thing, you're going to say quite a lot. So I would recommend that you use the style that was, a little bit simpler with more impacting colors and a thicker line. For example, in earlier courses, in the vectorization one, to be concrete, where I made a dog, we talked about the cartoon style, and those lessons would be quite applicable in this course. Thick black lines with a variation in the thickness can be the most optimal way of making this course we're doing right now. For example, working from the third style we did, we're going to be going along, varying in different features to adapt it to a style that I like more. For example, in this second case I'm drawing now, I'm trying out different expressions that we could apply to this face. In this case, I've amplified the eyes a little bit more. I've added in some eyelids in case he wants to sleep. Let's work this a little bit more and just see what we get. I've just copied that to the side. I think this example is one that's I think it's got a lot of potential because we just lightly varied the brows and the eyes with the mouth. We can play a lot with the expressions. So I'm going to be making my drawing from this one. Okay. I'm going to try and make something a little bit more complex, a little bit more detailed to see if the body is going to fit with the unicorn that I want to make. I like the brows because I think they gave our character some more expressive, more expressions kind of thing. In this case, I'm going to give our guy more of an uncaring expression, where we can see that expressiveness is going to show us that our guy does not like contact. He doesn't want to be touched today. Like, he's eating a pizza, but he's kind of like, yo, don't touch my pizza, please. I don't know. That was a voice. I don't know. It's just a question of working it out. Further on, we're going to develop this with more attention, okay? It's just a question of going along, working on how we want to create our character, Like I said, the anatomic development can change with your style, with your drawing style. For example, I'm working more from a Japanese chibi idea for the body where the small extremities, we have small extremities, but we have that width, okay, that let us play with the body's mobility. So yeah, with this, I guess I wanted to make a kind of antithesis of what we have in mind when we think of a unicorn, because we can see them represented as kind of idyllic, very feminine, pretty little friendly little friends, I like this pose and this attitude to represent the character that I want to make, so I think that I'm going to be using this one. We're going to be trying to make our stickers with the idea that we're going to apply them to two kinds of poses. We're going to have that static pose, so they're going to be creating expressions, and then we're going to have poses that are more dynamic and are so to speak, with some movement, like they're doing some kind of action. I don't know. Well, we're going to focus on the design of these stickers, also making some simple ones, and others are going to be more detailed with a little bit more complexity. All right. See you guys in the next lesson. Bye!